Well, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for coming out today to help us welcome Summit Physical Therapy to their beautiful new location right here on Main Street. This is Sarah Giroux, and she is a therapist and the owner of Summit Physical Therapy. And if you would just take a minute when you leave, if you would like their Facebook page, that helps to build their numbers, and we would really appreciate it. Today, we are going to have Sarah let us know how you transitioned from your old place, or how this happened that you moved up to Main Street.
Well, we were at our old location for about 5 years. Our lease was about up, and we decided to look for a larger space. Basically, we were starting to feel if all three of the therapists were working, we were on top of each other, just kind of tripping over each other at times. So we thought a nicer, more open space would be beneficial, and we found this location right downtown and just loved it. So
That's very nice. And you take all kinds of insurances?
yes, we accept pretty much everything. There's a few Medicaids we don't accept, but most Medicaids we do take. Your general commercial insurances, Blue Cross, all of the main ones we do accept.
And you'll take care of that for the client, they don't have to worry about being approved?
Yes, yep. We typically verify your benefits ahead of time to make sure that you are covered, or if you have a deductible, copay, coinsurance, we do check on that for you. If you need authorization, we take care of that on our end to get you approved.
That's an awesome service, especially if you've been injured and all of that. Very nice. And your hours here?
We are open from anywhere between 7 and 7. So some mornings we're here at 7, other nights we're here until 7. Not every day, but we do have early and late hours.
Oh, that's wonderful. Is there anything else that you want to share with us about the facility?
We have a whole bunch of different services that we offer for everybody. We treat post-op, migraines, sports injuries. We have a lot of specialty services we do, ASTIM, dry needling. We treat women's health, which is a huge one nowadays. So we have a variety of different services that we offer, and we can treat.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. Well, here's the big moment. Are you ready? You guys going to get up here and go ahead? Yep. No? Oh, yay! Well, on behalf of the Oxford Chamber of Commerce, welcome to the Main Street business community, and we wish you much luck and many years.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming out today, and it looks like there's a lot of great refreshments.
Again, this is Chuck Cameron from Oxford Community TV at the amazing Summit Physical Therapy. Sherry, that was very nice.
Thank you.
You got some people here clearly in this room who think a lot of you.
Yes, there's quite a few patients that showed up too.
Yeah, indeed. One of whom is my wife.
Right, yes. Yeah.
Full disclosure, my wife is a major fan of this lady.
Yes. Yeah.
So she's really
Job security.
job security, right. A couple of questions and I'll let you get on to your party, because
Okay.
don't keep a lady from her party.
Absolutely.
How did you end up in Oxford?
Well, I met my husband that lives in Oxford. He grew up in Oxford. My first job was in Oxford as a physical therapist, and so we just really like the community. We love where we're at, and decided this would be the spot to be.
So Summit Physical Therapy is here now in North Downtown, which is great. A beautiful building. Tell us about your staff. Who works here?
I have 3 therapists, including myself. 2 other ones. Suzanne has been with me for nearly 5 years now. Actually, probably about 5 years, and she's great. She treats a lot of the same things that I do, which is nice compliment. So when we're on vacation, we can kind of go that way. And then I have a younger therapist, Carly, who has been with us for about a year and a half. And she does a lot of other specialties, vestibular, a lot of sports rehab. So we're trying to get her other things as well. I have a full-time receptionist, Dina. She's the person that you call, sets you up the appointment, checks your insurance for you. And then we have a couple techs that work just to help out with patients, Alana and Chloe.
When people come into physical therapy, why do they come to you? What are they trying to fix?
It can be a number of things. sports injuries after surgery. A lot of people come in after surgery. We have people that with migraines that come in, women's health issues such as incontinence, pelvic pain or pain during pregnancy. We have tendinitis, runners. It can be quite a few different things that people come in for, and it's nice. What we do here is we treat a lot of different things, so it makes our day a little bit more exciting.
I would think so. A little variety?
You have a little variety, yep.
All right. Well, we want to get you onto
Yep.
your party. I did notice something here. The Oxford Leader, the newspaper is here.
Yes.
A lot of copies.
Yes.
Why is the Oxford Leader on prominent display here?
Well, we are hoping that people will vote for us for the best of the best. You can either do it through the paper, which was last week's paper, or there's a barcode in the paper each for the next couple weeks until October 4th. You scan that barcode and you just fill out at least 15 categories, and we hope that you put our name for physical therapy.
Summit Physical Therapy.
Summit Physical Therapy, yep.
That's not a shameless plug. This is a wonderful place. All right.
Thank you.
Any last words to the community before we let you get back to your party?
We just thank you for allowing us to be part of the community. We love it here. We try to keep all of our things local, our food's local, catering and things like that. So we hope that you help to support us as well, as much as we love to support the community.
Well, congratulations.
So, thank you.
May you have a great rest of this time.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. That's Chuck Cameron out for now.
Hello, my name is Debbie Mick, and I am on the Board of Trustees for the Northeast Oakland Historical Society and Museum. Today is a very exciting day for all of us who volunteer and work here at the museum. It is the grand reopening of this building and all of the updates and cleaning and everything that we have done to prepare for this day. The museum itself, the building, it was originally Oxford Bank, 1922. They built this building, and it sat empty after 1963. So the bank was there during that time, and then it sat empty from like 63 to 1972 when the Mildred Schmidt and others helped pull this treasure together. But mainly the celebration we're having today is all of the work that has been done. We had folks come in who restored the basement walls that were crumbling. We've had our windows, our black windows. If you've driven down the street, you can see what an improvement those are. Not only do we have artifacts that are lovely to look at, but the building itself is a treasure for Oxford, and the remodeling in that has taken place has just brought it to a whole new level.
Hi, I'm Sue Basardit, and I'm treasurer of the Northeast Oakland Historical Museum and Society. And I was asked to say a few words, so I just wanted to let everybody know that this whole transformation started with the M24 construction project, because I met the cameraman actually up here to film the inside of the building, because they wanted to make sure that vibrations and that weren't going to cause any cracks. And he happened to remark to me that, well, you know, everything that's on the east wall needs to be back about 15 feet. So all this glassware and all these cupboards and everything on the first floor in the basement needed to be moved back 15 feet. And that was right at the height of COVID starting. And nobody wanted to be up here. So I knew that I had a couple months, and I just started packing stuff up and moving, and I had 2 of my nephews came in and did it, and that helped me with the heavy stuff, and that kind of spurred the renovation of the inside of the museum and getting some things done and cleaning out our files. All of the Oxford leaders from back in the beginning in the 1800s are all online now at Central Michigan University. And so we had boxes and boxes and boxes of newspapers. And I sorted them all out and made stacks by year, by month, and started going through them and clipping out pictures and interesting articles and stuff, and had stacks and stacks around the museum on every flat spot. Because what we're doing is we're going to organize everything into binders. So then in January we started the construction project inside with the painting and electric work. We've had plumbing done. We've had the walls in the basement repaired. And obviously the big thing is the new windows and everything. And so we've moved everything 3 and 4 times trying to get everything done, and we're very proud of it. I welcome anybody to come in here to the museum. We're open on Thursdays and Saturdays from 1 to 4, but we will do special tours by appointment. All you need to do is call and leave a message on the museum phone, and I'll catch it, and we can set something up for individuals or groups.
Good afternoon, everyone, and on behalf of everybody here at the Northeast Oakland Historical Society Museum, welcome. It's a great feeling to have all these smiling faces back in this building. It's been a long time, and it's been a long journey to get to where we are today in terms of the transformation of what has taken place behind the scenes. There are a lot of people, of course. I have a couple of notes here. I want to make sure that I don't miss anyone. But there are a lot of people that worked very long hours behind the scenes to make today happen. But there's also a lot of people that worked tirelessly behind the scenes to bring this museum back to life. For those of you that haven't been in a while, it's probably quite a shock to come in and see the transformation that took place. One of the things that we decided to do as a society is really take care of a lot of the things that go into making this building what it is. This building itself is part of the collection. This building itself is a historical landmark that sits here at 1 North Washington. And we oftentimes year after year go through the process of curating the collection inside the building, but we don't take the time to curate the building itself. And so this year, obviously with the pandemic in play, we had the time to do that. We had the time where we took a break, we took a pause, and we really delved deep into making this building the great place that it once was. And so Sue Bassardi, Debbie Mick, a lot of people went behind the scenes. Catherine went behind the scenes and really started looking at old photographs and started thinking about what did the building look like. And so the color scheme that you see with the black highlight along the top, the white ceiling, the kind of bluish gray wall, or some people say green, depending on what your color preference is. Needless to say, we tried to bring the colors from the tile and the floor into the museum itself. And looking at those old photos, we tried to take the detail that were in those photos and bring them back in. So obviously the whole upstairs of the building, the lower level of the building, got a fresh coat of paint throughout. We also looked at the original pictures of the building from the exterior and realized that the awnings that were on there were not originally on the building. And so we decided to keep them off, to take them down, and to replace the block windows that we once had along the south side of this building, replace them with these windows that you see here. And there are a lot of other things like electrical, things that you don't see that went into even shoring up the foundation and making sure that the leaks in the basement were tidied up and we don't have any more water or not standing water, but any more dampness in the basement. So there's a lot of things that you don't see that really took place. More than anything, I just want to thank a lot of people. Some of you are in the room right now. First, I'd like to start with our contractors that really worked with us to bring this old building back to life. And we want to, of course, thank Mancuso Carpentry, American Door Systems, Industrial Trade Solutions, Two Nice Ladies Cleaning, K&S Ventures, National Restoration, a Klein Company, M&K Flooring, and Personal Touch Movers. And today we also want to thank 51 Diner, who is working with us on the wonderful spread that we have up front. And we also want to thank Victoria Wine and Dine across the street, who provided the champagne, the bubbly, for today's reception. Aside from that, we have a lot of people who worked behind the scenes that I mentioned earlier. Of course, we have Catherine Fox with us today. We're very fortunate. Her background in collections actually has really helped us understand what we're doing and why we're doing it, and also how to properly care for some of the things that we have. And so, Catherine, you've been an asset to us, and thank you for being with us. I also want to thank Debbie Mick, who is on the board. Debbie really worked hand in hand with Sue Basardi, and also Marie English, our curator, who's over here in the corner, and really worked with our contractors to make sure that these things actually happened. Now, as the president of the Historical Society, a lot of people come up to me and often give me credit for things that happen. I had nothing to do with it other than I get to vote and run the meeting that actually got the ball rolling. But these are the folks who really did the work and made sure that the contractors were scheduled and that things happened in a timely fashion. So thank you to the three of you. I also need to thank our newest member of the Society, Drew Holt. He has been, oh gosh, I can't even begin to say how much work he has done behind the scenes to help us get things ready for today and to help us curate the collection. So thank you, Drew. I also want to thank the Lake Orion Baptist Church School. We had a lot of volunteers that came in and worked with us, and it was a win-win for both of us, actually, because they got an opportunity to learn a little bit about museums and curating collections. And we got some nice volunteers that really cared about the community and wanted to help us out there. In addition to that, I also want to thank Gussie Ashley, Justin Ballard, and Jeff Basardi, who also helped us move and curate the collections and make them what they are today. So enough said. I've taken enough of your time. But again, on behalf of all of us at the museum, thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy today. This is your day of celebration. And not only do we have the collections upstairs, but if you haven't been here, we have collections in the lower level too. So take a moment to stroll through those as well. So on behalf of all of us, thank you and welcome back to the museum.
Welcome everyone to the Oxford Chamber of Commerce ribbon cutting for Stag's Leap Farm Bed and Breakfast. I would like to introduce the owners, Brett and Steve. Thank you for everybody coming out to this beautiful property of yours. And it's 2.5 acres?
2.5 acres.
Nice.
And how did you come about opening this?
We moved here 2 years ago, and it was kind of started as just an idea. And luckily through COVID, gave us the opportunity to work on some projects and put the rooms together and turn the idea into a reality. So we're excited to be open now and, have people come and stay from near or far.
Did you stay with the main architecture of, it looks like it's more of a historical kind of?
Yep, the house was built in 1870. There's a lot of original components that are still in place, built-ins and fireplaces. It's still very much to period.
Oh, very nice. And I see your beautiful koi farm or koi pond over there. And we were just talking about that. You're going to take the fish out of there.
That's right. Yep. For the winter, they'll vacation inside.
Vacation inside. And you do everything from overnight stays to out-of-town guests. What are the different things that you offer?
Yep, we have 2 rooms available right now. We specialize in having people come for a romantic getaway weekend, a staycation if you're local. We've had people come up from Texas or Florida for memorials or high school graduations.
Okay.
We're also offering small events on the property, so elopements, micro weddings, reunions. Those type of smaller, more intimate events. Definitely, on a large scale for us would be under 100 people.
Okay, so when you say elopement, you mean
20,
smaller
30 people. Yeah, somewhere around that nature.
Very nice. Okay, and how, as far as booking, is it booked way out?
Booking is all done online, or actually you can call us. We are starting to book now through the holidays, so people are starting to look at what they're doing for New Year's, and we've had a few people start to book in January. So,
And what is your website?
stagsleapfarm.com.
Awesome. All right. And I know we have a special guest here today.
We do.
And she is over here. And I'd like to introduce Linda with Bed and Breakfast Association. And she has a special award or certificate she'd like to give you today.
Trade you spots.
Okay, I'm so proud to be here. And this morning I did an inspection of the inn for membership with the Michigan Bed and Breakfast Association. There was no problem passing. They are impeccable. Oh, it's just beautiful. And I know everybody's going to enjoy it. I know they're going to have a great time. And when they want to get away, I'm going to be their interim innkeeper.
Yeah, we love it.
That's one of my hats. But Michigan Bed and Breakfast Association is proud to be there, okay, for them.
Thank you so much.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you very much. And I just wanted to introduce, we have Joe Medor from the village, and we have Terry, the clerk, and our other Terry from OCTV, and then a board member, Angie Green, and Deb Uren, and Mike Solwall from Oxford Village Police.
Jessica Independent.
Oh, and Jessica, yep, and ServPro back there, and Matt Schuler. So I want to say thank you for everybody coming out today very much, and we'll be able to go inside and see the rooms and everything. And if you'll just take a minute to like them on Facebook to give you a bigger audience, or any type of review you want to give, it would be very welcomed. So thank you everybody for coming out today, and I want to have from the chamber a certificate that we want to say thank you to the Oxford business community.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Very cool.
All right, so he'll have to hold those, and we will officially cut the ribbon now.
Do we go from the top or the bottom?
Either, whatever you want.
Right.
Oh, there we go.
There we
Yeah.
go. That's right.
Usually we go down.
That's right.
All right, thank you everyone for coming out today, and then our mix and mingle is right after, so we'll if everybody will stay and join us, and then if anybody would like to sign the ribbon that's here today, we give that to them as a momentum. All right, thank you.
Hi, this is Chuck Cameron with Oxford Community TV at a beautiful home. This is Stephen Manley, and he's going to tell us a little bit about Stags Leap Farm, a wonderful bed and breakfast here in North Oxford. Stephen,
Thank you.
tell us about your place. This is a wonderful old home.
Yeah, we really feel pretty lucky to have found it. Brett was living in downtown Oxford on Baldwin. No, he was living in the Baldwin House on Denison Street.
Really?
And we were looking to consolidate our homes. We have 9 kids amongst the 2 of us. And we found this big home, and it was a perfect match. Brett has always wanted to do, he has background in hospitality, he's always wanted to dabble in bed and breakfast, and we thought, we got this big house, let's try. And then COVID came along, and we had a lot of time on our hands, and so he put me to work.
Have you had to do a lot of work to the home to tune it up and upgrade it?
Absolutely, yeah. So I think almost every room besides the kitchen had some work done to it. So we were able to restore, like for example, the lovely fireplace in the front parlor that was not functional, and now we got, with the help of a mason nearby, was able to get that restored, and now it's a gas coal stove as it was used back in the 1800s.
Excellent. I have to get a video of that. That would be nice. So how did you guys get involved in doing this? This is a big endeavor. What's the backstory of the 2 of you guys doing a bed and breakfast?
Well, again, my background isn't in hospitality, but Brett is in marketing, and he's been doing a lot of events for a lot of his corporate larger businesses, and he's always wanted to, he loves to entertain. And so this is a way to really entertain and improve the property and show it off. Another backstory is my daughter got married here just last month, and she always wanted a backyard wedding. And so we figured, hey, let's turn this place into a place that she would love to have her wedding. So we really transformed the backyard. We, custom built the gazebo.
Did you?
We built we call it the Tunnel of Love, which is a tunnel with vines and greenery growing on it. And so it made a perfect place for her wedding. And then again, she got to stay in the wedding suite for her honeymoon.
Excellent.
And it was really lovely. It was really
You have a beautiful backyard. It's great. It demands a frisbee throw or something like that. This is wonderful rolling hills. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, our kids love the backyard. They golf back there.
Yeah.
They throw the football back there, and they throw the softball around. So it's a pretty great place for kids to be.
I heard you have something unique here. There's chickens involved in a bed and breakfast. That's not a typical staff feature, is it?
No, Brett and his daughter have always wanted to have chickens. Back when I lived up in Shiawassee County, raised my kids on a small farm, and we had a lot of chickens. So I had background in chickens, and so the house, came with the chickens involved, and so we wanted them, and so we kind of mentored Brett and his kids through raising the chickens, and so now we actually include their eggs in the morning meals, and as well. We also have something called Chicken Cocktail Hour, which also was a product of COVID.
Tell us about that.
So, as everyone knows, with COVID lockdown, we had nowhere to go. And we had just moved in, and so we would pour ourselves a drink after 5 o'clock, and we would sit out, and we would let the chickens go out and root around the yard and get some good nutrients in the yard. And so we would just watch them. Next thing you know, the neighbors were coming over, and friends were coming over, and next thing you know, our guests wanted to know, like, hey, what's this? And now it's a thing everyone asks for. Can we come over for a chicken cocktail hour?
Chicken cocktail hour. That sounds really great. You've got a great place here. We hope that you do well. Have you got many people staying here so far?
We had a soft opening over the summer, and so we have had some guests already, and we are already booking up. We're really excited. We're having people coming from near and far, coming to visit people who live in the area, including a family from Germany who's staying right around the holidays, and so we're really looking forward to it.
Excellent. Well, we want to thank you very much for letting us into your beautiful home. You've got a house full of people I'm sure you want to talk with, but thank you very much. We wish you the very best.
Well, thank you so much for coming.
Good luck. Thank you. This is Chuck Cameron for Oxford Community TV.